SMR, welcome back to episode 27. This week around, I got a new Toronto artist for you guys. She goes by the name of Benita. This girl, she's got a voice, okay? And this song has a lot to do with red flags, which is our episode today, so check it out.
Texting you with fire, now I'm sitting where you been. Trying to catch a vibe, now I'm been off a gin. Who look like a fool, is it me or is it you? Chillin' on my cool, you the one that tryna school me. You the type to blame me for the shit that you do. Honestly, I'm tired of depending on you. I'ma give you a few minutes, gonna be too late if you don't say
Shalisa Marie Radio.
You don't say something right, anything right, something to make me say something right, anything right, something to make me say something, anything, anything, say something, anything, yeah. Constantly the prior, simple things, promise king. Words you don't apply, saddest things, I don't care. You don't have to choose, fend for me and for you. Guess what's in my cup has got me over this world. You the type to blame me for the shit that you do. Honestly, I'm tired of depending on you. I'ma give you a few minutes, gonna be too late if you don't say it. If you don't say something right, anything right, something to make me say something right, anything right, something to make me say something, anything, anything, say something, anything, yeah. Won't you say something? Won't you say something? Won't you say nothing? Yeah. Say something, anything. Won't you say I'm sitting there waiting? Won't you say, won't you say I'm there, yeah. If you don't say something right, anything right, something to make me say anything, say something, anything, yeah.
Shalisa Marie
Hey guys,
Radio.
welcome back to Shalisa Marie Radio. This is episode 27. We are in the building with the Kickback, Ryan and John. We got Woman from Brittany. We got Anthony, Mr. Freak Nasty, and Patrice. So today we are going to speak about red flags. We were talking about this in our previous episode, so now we are going to dive in. The other day, guys, I was talking to my friend, and she was saying basically how this show is about, or is targeted towards more like young girls, because I speak a lot about like confidence, how to love yourself, what to look out for when you're like looking for a partner and stuff. So I think that we should definitely dive in and help them. I came from a really crazy ass relationship, and I felt like when things were really good, they were really good, and then when shit was bad, it was really, really bad. And there were a lot of red flags that, you know, came up, and I just ignored it because I was in love. So, what has been your craziest relationship that gave you like the most red flags?
And why did it end?
And why did it end?
Hot start.
Jeez.
Freak Nasty, give it to me. What's poppin'?
My craziest relationship?
Your craziest relationship.
Ooh. I think probably the shortest relationship that I've had was the craziest one.
How long was it?
It was like a year.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not really short.
You're a long-term
I'm
kind
a
of
kind of like I can't invest
I
time.
think it's
like,
short in like the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? A year flies by.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Nah.
Okay,
No,
but why
it
was
does.
it crazy?
It
What
does. It
happened?
does. It does.
Why was it crazy? Well,
This
it
guy
was
said
just-
nah.
we just both weren't honest with each other. Both, you know. Well, I wasn't honest. I was out here.
Being
Dipping and
Red
diving.
flag.
Like, red flag. So if I'm gonna put the red flag, it's probably put on myself. I'm gonna be keep it a stack. But crazy in terms of like just arguments. Like sometimes you just argue to argue, and you're like, what is going on? Like you're not really deep with that person yet, but like it's interesting.
Was there trust? Was that the reason why you guys argued? Because
The
that
trust
was
was
my
there from the jump.
relationship.
And then as it got on and like as I started doing dumb stuff, you start looking at the person like, wait, what are you doing? And then you kind of like are in a position where you're not trusting them.
True.
And so that I think that kind of made the relationship different. But I don't know.
So your insecurities because you were doing stuff, so you figured she was doing stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Then you try to level out the playing field. Like, I just did this. What you do? Oh, okay. Well, I did.
Right,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
Trying to justify it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True.
Why do you guys do that though? Like,
What do you mean, you guys?
okay, sorry.
Don't put me under that.
Like, majority of guys that I've spoken to, like, they'll be like, oh, like, why are you texting so-and-so? And I'm like, he's just a friend. Like, why do you guys always, why do you think
I
my
feel like-
partner did that a lot? Like,
I feel like that comes from like a place for anyone where if you feel guilty or insecure, you put those insecurities on other people.
Yeah.
So you know, like if you're feeling like guilty about doing something, you're gonna start seeing that in everyone else. Like you know.
Exactly. I was dating someone and he literally made me cut off my best friend. My best friend is a
oh,
guy.
hell no.
And like me and this guy, like we're completely platonic. We've been best friends since we were in grade 7. Nothing, like no sex, never kissed, anything like that. And his best friend, he dated her. He had sex with her. So I was like, no, like you can't be friends with her. Sorry. And so he made me cut off my best friend too. And I did for him. And then
That's a red flag.
exactly. And he told me that he wasn't talking to her anymore. Then I come to find out, like a few months later, when I was fixing his resume for him, in his emails, they were emailing each other.
Whoa.
So he went
that
that
far.
low. Exactly. Go behind my back and email someone.
Emailing.
Hey,
Yeah.
shorty.
You think he signed off like sincerely?
So yeah, that was a major red flag, and I stayed with him like an idiot. But
I
Yeah,
think
it's
people do
because-
that just because they're insecure, you know? Like, my last relationship was like 5-6 years ago until like I actually started dating my girl now. And that ended because she cheated on me. And now when I started dating my current
See,
girlfriend...
wait, sorry, pause. Girls cheat too.
yeah,
Okay?
girls cheat too.
No, like, I feel like
Yeah.
everyone thinks that my show is to bash men.
Yeah.
I don't intend to
You
do
know
that.
why? You know why? It's your tone. Change the tone. Change
It's
the
just my
tone.
experience.
Perspective.
I was like, it's
Yeah.
just the tone.
It's just my experience.
Yeah.
Like,
tone, and you'll have a lot more positive things that the male.
no, I haven't had
Right.
no, but I can't talk on it because I haven't had
But it's the
that
tone.
experience.
I'm just saying it's the tone.
Yeah.
It's the tone.
So you think that if I
you have
change,
an aggressive tone the way you approach the situation and when you speak about
fuck
males.
yo,
I think,
maybe that's why I
it's-
don't have a man.
It's just like...
I ain't trying to doctor.
No, seriously,
I'm just
though.
saying
It's,
it's a tone.
it's perspective.
No,
It's
because
like, I grew up like, like girls are the cheaters.
Yeah.
Because
True.
I got cheated on, right? So like you probably like felt the same way. But
Wow,
going back to
Ryan.
like how you're like, why do
You
guys
just
do
woke me
that?
up.
I like did that to my current girl at the beginning of our relationship. I saw like a guy like either Snapchat or text her. I would just be like, yo, who is that? Because at the beginning I was like, I just thought relationships are like, someone cheats. I didn't realize that something could like.
No, but that's your experience.
I didn't know that like, I've never been with someone that like actually was faithful or like trustworthy, and so then through like conversation, you realize that and then you're like, okay, everything's light, and then you meet the guys she was texting, and now they're like homies, they're dope, they're sick.
Anybody else have a crazy relationship?
I think one of the relationships was like such a red flag. I was younger for sure.
Everyone was probably young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I was younger,
Like
and I
high
think
school.
that's the
High
thing.
school.
You're seeing
That's
the
not
red
an
flags
excuse,
today.
though.
I know.
Just so you know.
I know, and it's like today I
Right.
see the red flags. Definitely wish I'd seen them then, but I feel like it was one of those relationships that was super caught up in lust, and like it was.
The dick?
No, but
Hey,
like
man.
it was like almost like like we didn't communicate on a level that was like
I know those ones.
deeper than our attraction to each other.
Yep.
And you really sometimes you like, especially there's that honeymoon phase where like in any relationship where you're like super infatuated with this person, but I felt like it just like that was really all there was to it, and I found myself like sitting in situations where I was like,
What is this?
well, yeah, like like
What are we?
if we're not together like next to each other, then I'm just kind of like,
Yep. Wow.
Do I really
Do I
like
even
you?
like you?
yeah, like
Like-
am I do I miss you? Like, do I want to tell you something? Like, or like if
You're
something
just horny and you're trying to get some.
essentially, and I realized like that's a really toxic way to be for sure, because there's nothing. Like there's
There's
just
no
the
substance.
attraction.
There's
There's
no
no
meat.
substance.
It's just
and,
bread.
Like,
Unless
you're just
you
giving
both-
your
Is that a
Right.
situationship? Would that be considered a situationship?
Unless you both knew that, like, that's what
That's
you
the
were.
thing. I wouldn't say that because we obviously were in an actual relationship and just didn't see that it was.
That's
yeah,
a
I guess.
situation.
The
Yeah,
real-
that it had situationship qualities. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people got caught up in that when they were younger too, because
Oh yeah.
For sure.
you're just
It's like your first relationship.
Yeah.
Your
First love,
Yeah.
Your first time experiencing, like, lust and, like,
yeah, and someone
Emotion,
reciprocating
you know?
it back,
Keep
and
it
it's
alive.
just
I
like,
can't even lie. When I was younger, I was throwing around the L word a lot.
we're
You seem like that type.
Lava man?
In my
That
defense,
was
it
me.
was just like, I like you so much. What's out there other than
Love.
I like you so much?
Yeah.
It's love, right?
Yeah.
So you're just like, fuck, I'm so passionate about this person. I think I love them, right? What's after like?
Yeah,
What's after
love.
like, though?
Yeah.
But the truth is,
We need
you
to create
can
a
love
new
them. You
word.
probably love them, but there's levels to that too, right? And I feel like when you're younger, you don't understand.
What are
there's
the levels to love though? Like
What do you mean?
I don't think that there's like for
There's
me.
different kinds. I feel like
I
there's
don't
like
think that there's
I think
levels
there's,
to love.
you love your parents because they're your parents. Or, like, they
True.
love you because you're, like, their kid.
Yeah.
Like, you could act up.
But then
and
you love
parents
your
could be like,
friends.
wow, this
You don't
guy's
love your
an asshole,
friends.
But I love him because
the same. Like you don't
As,
love your
like, the
friends.
partner.
Yeah, as your partner. But you love your friends. You don't just like
you
your
love them
friends.
like family.
That's true.
Like brothers,
Yeah,
sisters.
like you wouldn't. You're gonna do things. You're gonna go out of your way.
But-
you're gonna show your friends that you care about them because you love them.
But going back to what I said, like, if you're in so much with someone, what else is there to say other than I like you?
Yo,
Like, you
me-
only like me?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's why I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I love you then. I don't know what the fuck else to
I think
say.
that makes
Yeah.
sense when you're, like, young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
but now I keep that shit on lock and key. That word is not leaving my mouth until like it's like it's a big word. You know what I mean?
What is love?
Yeah. How do you know that
No
you
one
love
knows.
someone?
What is
that.
love, guys? I love love, and I can't wait to be in love.
Me too.
I just want to be like happy,
gotta
and you
wait
know
to
what?
Pace yourself.
That's me. That's
First-
me
first you gotta
inside,
start with
but I
the
just
tone.
shut it.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta pace
I think you know
yourself.
what? Thinking about it now, I feel like maybe my tone is blocking like everything that's supposed to be there for me. So maybe
Potential lovers.
maybe I can like manifest my partner by changing my tone.
Why use someone need for a significant other?
I think that I have loneliness problems. And I'm acknowledging that, but like I seriously think that that's what it is. Like everyone like constantly leaves me all the time. So like I just want something that's just consistent and like has a reason.
But don't think about it. Focus on other things, and then it'll come
But
to
that's
you.
the thing. It's
because
easy for anyone
Everyone
to say
says
that,
that.
you know.
It
But
is,
like
but it's true.
in the world we live in the world we
Everyone
live in,
says
that's
that.
really
You know,
hard to
if you
do.
keep chasing love, it's never gonna fall in your lap.
Exactly.
That's true though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wrong love is gonna fall in your lap if you're
No.
chasing it as well.
I mean, yeah, if you want love, you can go get love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't stop loving
Like-
that. Don't stop loving
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
After that.
Don't don't like become this person that
I don't want a man.
I don't need this. No,
I don't need a
stop
man.
loving love.
Yeah.
Be excited for it, but like just
Let it
wait for it
come.
to come to you. I guess.
It's not
I know.
trying to chase it to manifest it.
And you're gonna be filled with so much love that when that person comes,
I'm
like, you
waiting
can-
for it.
Yo, I feel like
Freeze
Shalisa's the type
it.
to touch like a pregnant belly, like, wish it was me.
Literally.
More than baby fever.
I just have a lot of big dreams. That's it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so have you ever like told someone about your past? For me, because my boyfriend has passed away, like dating after his death, I always thought that like men were entitled to treat me differently because they knew my story, but they didn't, and they treated me like worse. So like it's like, why have you guys ever had this experience where like you tell someone your past of like where you're coming from, whether that's like a relationship, I don't know, like family problems, and then they do the same exact thing or even worse? That's a red flag that you have to watch out for, even though you don't really see it coming. But like, has that happened to either
For
one of
me,
you?
like when you dive into finding that person you can share those stories with, because like I feel like talking about any family problems that you have or any problems that you're dealing with is super sacred to yourself. And
Yeah.
to reveal that to someone else, like I don't need nobody to throw me a pity party. At the end of the day, I don't need no sympathy. I don't need like, are you okay? Let me do this for you. Like, no, I'm my own individual. I'm gonna take care of my problem how it is. If I need help from you by seeking it through talking and conversing, I will.
Done that.
But just to like tell someone your problems, just so they leech on to you and like.
But it's
wanna
not
hug you
for
more.
that though. Like what? Like okay, getting to know someone. What does that involve?
Yeah.
Like when you're just like
That's the
going through the
thing.
talking phase. Like if you guys have to open up to
Yeah,
each other, right? Because
yeah.
I
So
need
you're
to
gonna
know
open
where
up
you're
about
coming
both,
from.
But it doesn't have to be that deep.
So you don't think that you like you wouldn't want to know about your current girlfriend's
No,
past?
let me go at your pace. You don't have to tell me what I don't need to know.
That's a step.
You're just doing that for
Yeah.
no reason. I think I like this guy, so I'm just telling him everything.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Why? You're
Yeah,
hurting yourself
yeah.
in the process.
Yeah. 'Cause then-
If you were to tell me a bunch of deep, dark secrets and demons that you have,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Why
But on the first date, that's gonna be like
even on the first
alarming.
date, even on month 9,
Yeah.
I don't need to know that.
But it forms a bond.
Month 9
But
is
let-
deep.
That's deep.
No, but
That's
let's
actually-
no, month 9, let me come to
Month
that.
9 of talking
Wait,
or
you-
month 9 of like
Month 9 even being together, let me come to that situation. So like,
Mm-hmm.
say like, oh, I realize you don't really go to your grandma's house. Why?
Yeah.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the I don't like my grandmother. I don't really fuck with my next door neighbor. Did you know that?
Right.
No.
Yeah, but that's
Wait until you get there. Wait until you get there. Then
Yeah.
you strive from that.
Yeah.
I understand.
You don't
Yeah,
just
those
fucking-
stories do
You're not gonna
come.
tell that to like a one night stand. and,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But I'm
definitely
saying
not.
even a year in, if you're
Yeah.
not there yet,
You're
you're
not
not
there yet.
Yeah, keep it interesting. We're gonna dump all that shit on him, then he's
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
Because yeah, like you're not gonna just be
Yeah.
like, hey,
What's left?
See, and that's why I try not to date anyone who knows me, like now. Like, I want someone brand new, like stranger who doesn't know my past, like nothing, so that it could go like.
That's cool
smoother.
too, but you guys are not friends.
there's
Yeah,
different
don't you think
there's
friendship
pros
is
and cons to
important?
that, right?
You looking like honestly, you sounding like a Tinder story right now.
Hi.
Finding love, trying to manifest it from an app.
No, like I don't. No, dead ass. I don't like. I was talking to like one of my girls, and she told me her friend said I would never talk to Shalisa. Why? Because she's a widow. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal. Yeah, I don't want to deal with a girl who has to deal with her boyfriend's.
You know what?
Her boyfriend's death.
Listen.
Like, what do I do with that?
No, that's a real problem.
First, you
though.
gotta cut that girl off. First off.
No, she told me.
First,
No, but
wherever
that's
she
a
is,
real thing.
She
because
told me.
mine-
First, you gotta cut that girl off, and you gotta cut her off. Cause why are
Why?
you entertaining someone that's talking bad on you?
Okay, but either way, what she's saying, I
know what I'm
understand.
saying?
Like, she's obviously not a good person, but the world does that to women in general. Like, my mom, she's a widow, like, and she going into being a grown ass woman and being like, okay, I'm gonna go out there and date people. Men were afraid because they're like, oh, I
They
don't
don't
know
want
if I
to deal
wanna
with that. Too much
Yeah.
emotional
That's
baggage.
the
like your husband
stereotype.
died.
But men are always afraid. Men are
No,
afraid when you have
no, I
kids.
know.
Why?
But it's not just men. It's not
Why?
just women do
Responsibility
the
that
same
they don't
thing.
want.
Women
Yeah,
do the
so
same thing,
believe.
right?
But it's like a stereotype. Like it's gonna depend
That you're
what
broken.
guy you meet. Like there's gonna be a guy you meet probably gonna be an asshole if like you open up to him about that. But like
Yep.
eventually you're gonna open up to a guy about that. And he's gonna be like, okay, like let me
can
know
deal with
if
it and manage
be
it.
like,
on
let
your
me know if I
behalf.
ever cross a boundary. You know, like that's gonna be the.
It's true though. There
Exactly.
will be
About
someone that does
conversation.
So it's like
Yeah,
that
it's
is
finding
that
that person
like
that
first of
will-
all condolences, but like that is something deep.
And you
that,
don't
like,
need to find that person
it's-
now
yeah.
either.
Yeah.
that is something deep for
I
someone
know.
to like hold as like a boyfriend, because then like you're always gonna be thinking about them, and then like
And you
as
have
a guy he doesn't
expectations.
know like, oh, should I like speak like on him, be like, it was probably great, like, you know, like
Yeah, like what do
probably
you
hard.
say?
Yeah,
And that's why like I don't blame them, but
Yeah.
then it's like.
But you need to
uh,
have that
the
conversation.
right
like,
person would have to ask you, be like, do you want me to ever say anything or no?
Yeah.
yeah.
But you just have to tread the waters lightly, because if you find a new guy, you like him, everything's going well, you don't dump it on him. Okay, so just so he doesn't leave you, like, I'm a widow, just so you know. Are you gonna leave me now? Like, you shouldn't go through your relationship.
Yeah,
that
of
way.
course not.
At all.
No, I don't bring. It's more about like social media was like a big thing for one guy. Like he didn't like that I posted like a lot and stuff.
That's a red flag.
Which I
Your
stopped.
career is in the entertainment industry. You need to post on social media. You need to be accessible.
about-
No. Yeah, about him. Like he did not. He found it
If that's the way
annoying.
you cope. That's the way you cope. If he can't deal with that, he's not meant to be with you.
Yeah, he's
Next.
immature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was.
So
good.
what are your guys' boundaries then? Like in a
Boundaries.
relationship.
Give me a definition.
Yeah. What do you mean by boundaries?
Break that down a little bit.
I don't do long distance relationships. I don't like those. That's
Yeah.
a boundary.
Okay.
If I can't have
I'm with
you,
you on
like
that.
it's just
If I can't have you now when I want
no. It's just if I
No,
can't
yeah.
like there's a certain
you gonna get that pipe.
you know.
Freak nasty.
I can't get freaking nasty if you're in fucking another country.
but it's like there's certain things, and then, like you said, having a conversation with people. If you have something that's going on with you, you need some support sometimes. Where you're just like, I want to talk to you. I need just to have someone
Face-to-face.
around me, right? Like face-to-face conversations are a
Yeah.
lot different than like being on
On the
FaceTime and
face,
being like,
yeah.
Right?
so yeah, like how you feel? Oh, I'm okay. You just basically looking at yourself, like like the screen's so small,
Yeah.
you know. Like,
I hear you.
so I think it's like that's my boundaries.
Where do you live?
I live in Ajax, Pickering.
Ajax, so like you wouldn't date like what, like how far? What's your radius?
I can't,
like Ottawa? If she lived in Ottawa?
I've done deeper.
That's deep.
I've done deeper where it's like Vancouver,
Oh, that's deep.
and like that was
That
was
Ottawa's
like
deep.
Ottawa's deep, but Vancouver's deeper.
And then that's an expensive place.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, Ottawa's an expensive.
That's a
city
4-day
now.
drive.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, gas ain't.
Yeah.
Well, gas cheap right now, but you know, gas ain't cheap either.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's wild.
Nah, I don't do laundry.
That's
What are
far,
your
right?
boundaries?
But what? Okay, so
Okay,
boundaries.
so what are your boundaries that will, like, if you
Make
were
or break.
no, like, what boundaries are you trying to resist in order to produce red flags? Does that make sense?
In order to
Or
not produce
like,
fruits?
no,
So that
like,
you don't. Okay, to avoid red flags.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
in a
fuck.
relationship or before one?
that's what I meant.
Either or. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
both.
I don't know. I guess boundary in one could be like constantly like maybe not. I don't want to use the word needy because I think
Clingy?
that's like not clingy
What is
either.
clingy to you guys?
Not
Listen.
clingy either, but like if
That is-
someone's like
Wait, let's
Yeah.
stop.
if you're like going behind your like I was trying to say not trustworthy. Like if everything they're saying or like everything they're doing is me thinking like I don't think they trust me. Like it's kind of a boundary.
Okay.
Like if they go through your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Shit like
Yeah.
that.
If I'm your only friend, that's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag for sure.
I can't be chilling
Stop
with
confiding in me.
Yeah, like
take me in doses.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Miss
I
me,
agree with that.
nigga.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm
I
not
don't
hanging
like-
with you every single day. I love you, but not every single day. Like
And
Right.
I don't need
Annoying.
to talk to you every freaking hour of the day. Like, if I'm at work and I
It's a high
don't
school
text
thing.
you back for 2 hours, like, go read a book because no, seriously, because
I
like
got you.
You're busy.
you know my ass is at work, okay,
Yeah.
and you're texting
Yeah.
me off. Oh,
Yeah.
you can't answer me.
Make
What are you
some money.
doing? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
what do you
They're
mean?
fine.
I'm at work,
They're
nigga.
So you just walk to the late night or during the day?
That's what it is. Yup. Yup.
Like, that's so
On the late night, you're making this
annoying.
bread, but during the day,
Chilling. Smoking.
Feel like the ultimate thing.
I hear
I
that.
think that's really annoying.
What boundaries do you have, Brittany? Miss Woman.
Whoa, man.
Boundaries, like, I don't know. Those are some hard ones. Like if I'm your only friend, like that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a big
I'm the kind of person that I feel like quality time is really important to me, so I like to spend a lot of quality time with someone that's my significant other. But when it becomes like,
So you're the clingy type.
I would like, that's the thing. She was
that
asking
define
like
clingy?
what clingy is, and I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I would put myself in that box because
Always sending me snaps, talking to me on Instagram, and talking to me on Twitter,
Yep.
while texting me on iMessage.
What's wrong with
That's me.
like, I feel like I'm the kind of person that like I don't expect
different
you
conversations.
to
And on FaceTime
reciprocate.
too.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm the kind of person that like I'm gonna be on my phone and say, okay, like you were saying, I'll send you something funny on Snapchat, but also be texting you about something else and whatever. And
Yeah,
you don't
that's
answer me.
fine.
I'm not about to be like, what the fuck are you
Oh, so you're
holding
not gonna
against
get
you?
angry.
No.
Alright, so then
I'm
That's
the kind of
fine.
person
Yeah,
that
yeah.
likes to just be connected.
Converse
you know
all
what
the
I'm saying?
time.
And I like to like
That's me.
be interacting, and that's the thing. I feel like those small things kind of are important to me in a relationship where like we're able to like maybe we don't talk all day, but like send me a little gif, like send me a little something funny on Instagram. Like I feel like that's connecting, and like just like I'm thinking about you. Like
You make your partner paranoid because you'll be like, say like they wake up at 9 a.m. and now they're at work or at school.
Is he
and it's
really
1
trying to
p.m.
flip the cup?
And it's like 1 p.m. or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And your partner's probably thinking like, fuck, I didn't send Brittany anything today. She's gonna be cheesed.
But the
That's
thing is, if I don't,
Yeah.
if I've never gotten cheese, then why would you think that?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna ask that
Right?
question. You're gonna ask that question like, hey, like what's up? Like I sent you a couple things.
No,
you
but if I
respond.
don't,
Not
then I don't,
necessarily.
right?
Okay. So what happens when you do?
But that's the thing, like that's the whole
So you
point.
never
I don't
will. So-
expect you to be like doing it for whatever reason,
So
but
what
I
if 2 days go
enjoy
by?
connecting.
2 or 3 days go by.
Then I think you're dead.
Disrespectful.
But what if you see him post on Instagram and like he retweets
I
stuff,
hate
but,
that
like,
shit. I
you know?
hate that shit.
Oh,
But
you
you
message,
just, like,
message him.
Yeah, you message
We can
him
do
like
it.
he
And
sends you
well,
his
then you're
stuff.
just ignoring me.
This is
You're ignoring
ignoring
me.
me.
Is that
But,
ignoring
like-
you? Okay, say you day
That's
one.
ignoring.
You sent
That's-
3 gifts. I didn't say crack a smile or laugh, but I'm still texting you on iMessage.
Okay, that's fine.
Next day you're sending more gifts. I didn't
Yeah.
respond to any of them. Still texting on
That's fine.
iMessage. Then once you bring it up, what's gonna happen next?
But if you don't
but
respond after
you're-
the
so you're
second
answering
day,
me on iMessage, so it's fine. We're,
Okay.
Yeah, we're still talking.
Okay.
We could talk about the gifts when I see you in person in 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna be like, yo, I sent you like
no,
three
I'm like,
Snapchats.
remember that thing I sent you? Like, how funny was
He's
that?
gonna be like,
You know?
no, I didn't see it.
No,
I didn't
that's the
open
thing.
it.
I'm not sending it to you for like to see what you're doing, and that's the thing. It's about your intention, right?
Well, you're sending it to me so I answer it, no?
I'm sending because I thought of you and I thought you'd laugh.
Yeah, but I didn't open it.
That's okay. You open it and
Okay,
laugh at some
but
point.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
not
but
this.
why wouldn't you?
At some point.
Why wouldn't you open it?
No, because I'm busy.
But that's the thing. I'm not.
Okay,
looking
but when
for
you're
that.
They
not
always
busy,
say they're
why
busy.
wouldn't you open
Yeah,
it?
I would open it if I'm not busy though. I'm just saying. I was trying to test you. Like, you want
I think that if you don't answer, like if I send you memes and stuff, and 2 days go by, and like I'm sending you 2 days worth of memes,
But
and
I'm
you don't
texting you.
say,
But I'm texting
wait, but you don't answer back, then I'm just gonna stop. So I'm gonna stop sending you memes.
Okay, bet. Okay, yeah.
But see, that's the
What about
intention.
So then you tell me that. That's communication. If you don't like the memes, be like, he's
Like,
not funny.
how are you gonna feel? And be like, no, okay,
I'm gonna be like, hey, fuck you, then you're not getting any more memes.
Patrice, I'm not gonna lie to you. These memes are dead. Just end it.
Bro,
Like,
I'm not.
memes
No,
are trash.
don't. If
They're
you
not
didn't think it was
funny. They're
funny,
not
don't
funny.
say anything.
So like,
Picture, like the DM and move on.
That girl from Get Out, bro. She's like,
No, I'm straight up gonna be like, hey, fuck you, no more memes. No more memes.
Like, find some better memes. Like, so you're gonna be okay with it?
I'm gonna be like, okay, then send me a meme that you think is funny.
Okay.
Keep it in now. Like,
Dog, you gotta keep shit interesting.
that's a real battle, like.
the remove was trash. We're taking this.
I like
What are we
that.
talking about, Shalisa?
How do you define trust in a relationship? I think trust is the biggest red flag in a relationship. It has ended a lot of relationships. So how do you define trust? What is involved in trusting somebody?
Let me give you ladies a scenario real quick.
Okay.
It's 9 p.m. We were supposed to hang out. Hey, I can't hang out tonight. My best friend, who's a female, she's going through something. I'm gonna go over to her house.
We're going together.
Yeah, no. That would be my first.
I can't bring you because it's a family thing, and you're not close with her like that. So like, I'm gonna go. How are you gonna feel?
You're gonna be left on red.
That's true.
I have.
I'm gonna put that scenario. You're gonna let me go? You're gonna let the person go?
We're going together.
No.
What if you can't? What if you can't?
But we're supposed to hang out anyway.
Can I put some circumstances down?
Yeah.
So, what's your relationship with this person in the past? Like, it's just platonic. You guys.
Yeah. Do I know her? Have I met her before?
You met her once or twice, but like you've heard this person talk about him.
But if you're close to this girl, then I should have met her like a number of times.
If I haven't met her, I'm gonna question.
Yeah, a few times. You're familiar with it.
I
We're
would
still
let
going
you go. I would let you go and say okay until you give me a reason not to trust you. So like if I see you physically doing something, then I will confront you.
Yeah.
But if I can't see anything, then I'm just gonna let you go and I'll see you tomorrow.
But if we already made plans, I'm more important.
Yeah, but
I'm
it is
your
what it is.
girlfriend.
You're
You know,
Like
like
to the movies. See you on Tuesday.
Wow.
well, you should still like okay, like I would
I'll call
say
you tonight.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I would say that you can go, but I'd still say that we're going together. But if that's not, if you don't like that, if you don't like that, I'm gonna say, okay, you can go, but you need to come see me after or something.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's
Come
fine.
see
That's
me
fine.
after. The fuck, we made plans.
You're like, oh, can you come see me after?
But like, I got work in the morning, so I'm not gonna come through. Like,
You can sleep over.
I guess you don't want some.
Bring your work
so
clothes.
then is that trust?
No, that's not trust. You don't trust.
It depends how I feel about the girl, though.
Okay.
You already put down the situation.
You already said that he can't go unless you're there.
So done.
If I don't like her, then
because you can't see and you're dating this person, you have to say like,
It's looking like you're the red flag
I am.
in that situation.
yeah, you have to say okay. It's true.
I don't know. It depends.
No.
Depends on how I feel about the
Wait.
girl.
Wait.
It depends on
What's-
how I feel
what's
about
the-
your relationship with the girl, and where are you going? Like, are you going to her house? Are you going to her
He's
house?
going to her.
Yeah, going to the crib.
Her
She's not feeling well.
be there.
Yeah,
She's
family's gonna be
mourning.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. If,
No.
Yeah, but
That's
people,
fine.
you know what people do? You know what people do? They lie.
yeah, exactly. People are liars. You
People
can't trust
lie.
people.
But that's the thing.
But
If
that's-
you
gotta
want
let
trust,
them
you
go.
gotta
That's
trust.
Yeah.
because you just like.
If you want trust, you have to trust.
I'm gonna
Sure.
trust you, but then if I find out something later, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
then it's
different
broken.
story.
Yo,
Right on topic. Low key. If like since you have a tongue ring, that's that trust right there. It's like
What the
freaking-
fuck? Why do people say that?
I've had
all
it
the
since I
time?
was 16. So
That's a lot. 16.
Okay, but what does a tongue ring
Tell me
define?
what it means.
They get.
I
Tell me
didn't.
what it means.
Wait.
Get
But,
bomb head.
You tell me what it means.
wait.
A tongue ring?
In my defense,
Wait,
wait, hold on. In my defense,
You a freak.
I got it when I was 16, but
Sonia,
I
you're a
didn't
freak.
suck dick till I was 17.
Oh,
So-
a year later. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. So I got it because I wanted it, not because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a
It's-
bomb head.
It's
A cucumber.
There's a stereotype.
I was like,
That is a stereotype.
like girls obviously are not going out to get tongue pierced.
Oh my gosh,
because
I
they
want
wanna
to
be
suck
good at
dick
sucking
so
dick.
well. Let me get my
Yeah, but
tongue
don't
pierced.
you know
Like,
that's
what?
also kind of a stereotype? So it's
But
like
yeah,
kinda
I-
like-
Oh yeah,
Stereotype,
it's
yeah.
definitely bomb now, but like I didn't get it just so I could be better at giving head.
Yeah.
I wasn't even giving head at the time. I didn't even have a man, so
But the fact that you got one, automatically you're kinky, you're freaky, you're down for
I am.
shits.
According to
So
you.
you're
Wait, what's your point? What was
Yeah,
your
but there's
point?
some girls
It
who
was a
aren't
random thought,
kinky.
random tidbit. That's why I started it off. It was random
That
tidbit.
people are gonna have stereotype about me because I have a tongue ring.
Yeah.
No, it's true though. It happens all the
Well,
time.
yeah, you had a question for me. What's up? What's bothering you?
I forget now.
Because she was a red flag.
Yes.
about the
That's
trust,
what he's-
about
yeah.
your like definitions of trust.
I was gonna ask. Okay, so if I don't hear from you for like 4 days,
That's a lot, though.
That's a long time. Unless you're on like vacation or something. Yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's true.
You don't talk to me.
Okay, I should shut that.
Why are you asking this randomly? Like, is this?
But that
did this
doesn't
just
end the
happen?
relationship, though. 4 days is the end of the relationship.
Honestly, every topic that I talk about is my own life.
Yeah.
Okay? It's my own life.
She's
So
looking at her
yes.
phone right now. She's like,
But
okay,
it has to
I text you for 4 days.
And then he texts you right now when you're doing a podcast.
The only time it's acceptable for your man not to text you in 4 days, he's OT. Get into the bag.
I'm
Get into the
dead.
bag.
Yeah,
facts.
You can't pick up your phone during those
Or you're on
times.
vacay.
Or no, on vacation you can find some
What's
Wi-Fi
that?
text.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Only time when you're doing
I don't know if you're in like
illegal
a remote
activity,
area. I don't know.
get caught, it's the time that he can not text you within the 4
Yeah, so 4 days, he doesn't want me.
But
Yeah, no.
He doesn't want you. What's he doing? Do you know?
No.
So you can find
How's
that out. And
How's
if
the
that
conversation
reason-
after
Yeah.
those 4 days? Is it like back to normal, or is it like awkward?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think
No, it's never awkward, but it's full of content. But it's just not
Is he
enough.
listening right now?
Yes.
Nice.
But sometimes like I won't like a guy will text me and I won't text him back for a day just to see.
But then again,
You-
that's
why
if
you
you're in
testing
a
that?
relationship
Why you
slash
testing
if you're
that?
like
You
not in a full
That's a red flag.
that.
Shalisa Marie
I
Radio.
don't think that I am.
Wow, direct.
I don't think that I'm hindering my man's growth, but no. I don't think I'm controlling at all. Like, if you want to go out, sure, do your thing. Like, just text me one time throughout the
Boom.
night, like,
Right
hey,
there.
boo,
Control.
you know, like, I'm
Control.
thinking about you,
The fact that you
or
just said
something.
that
Or
means you
text me when
control.
you get home, at least,
Okay,
like, so
you
I know that
understand.
you're home.
How about I
Yeah.
text you when I need to? Boom.
Okay, yeah. So then don't get mad at me
But
when
why
I'm
is-
out
why
with
does
my
everything
girls
have
and
to
I
be on
don't
your
text
time?
you. Yeah, why is everything on your
It doesn't have
time?
to be on my time, but I'm saying like you're demanding a response from me when I can just do it.
And you know
not.
what? That's one thing though. I think that people are too entitled when it comes to relationships. We
Yeah.
expect people to owe us something. Nobody owes you shit.
Facts.
True.
And that's one thing I learned the hard way. So that's like my little take on that. But I think that you should text a girl to make sure that she got home.
At least, yeah.
Like
I
at
think,
least
I think
do
if you're
that.
in a relationship with someone, like you should want to like consider the fact that this person is probably going to be worried about you if you didn't text them
But
all night.
everything should be
right?
willing.
Yeah, yeah.
Genuine.
Like,
Yeah.
If once it becomes a chore, boom. Gotta
That's
kick
true.
that guy to the curb
Yeah,
or have
sure.
a talk.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, like you should
Vice
want to get
versa.
home
Yeah.
and be like, let me let her
Everything
know
should be
I'm home
willing
safe.
and genuine. If it's not, that's another situation.
Yeah, but you don't have to text me like back and forth while you're at your
But
event
if
or
I'm
whenever
willing
you're
to
out
text
your
you,
boys.
I'll text you. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
It hurts, but it's what it is. What it
It's
is.
just-
I know it is
Yeah.
what it is, but like it's like wow.
But why wouldn't you want to text me?
If I'm willing to text you, I'll text you.
you'll get that text. Like,
I guess he just has to be for you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And then it'll just happen naturally.
But
But then you should know me at the same time. Like you should know how I
I
am.
don't know
so
you. We just talking.
duh. But my man, like he should know that like you need to text me or something. You don't need to,
She
but
crazy. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Very
so
red flags.
do any of you speak to your exes still currently today?
No.
And why? I don't know. Can you be friends with your ex?
No.
Someone else take the plate. I feel like
I
we're
can really
bare
speak
talking
on that.
right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like because I feel like I have a toxic like problem with being friends with my
Like
exes
Britney Spears?
or like keeping them close.
do
In
you
the
guys still
sense.
have a sexual relationship?
No, but they're like not gone. You know what I mean? I've always like,
But why?
Yeah.
Like
you
what are
know?
they still serving in your life?
I don't
Like-
know because first of all, I don't have that many exes. We'll put that out there.
Yeah.
Hey.
So you're
Time.
she's a long-term girl.
I'm so annoyed.
I can't.
No, but like I don't have that many exes, so I feel like they were always people that were in my life for a long time or like are very close to me because of like my surroundings or my environment in that way.
So they're like family now, I guess?
Yeah, so it's like almost like
We're on set, thanks.
Do not disturb.
but like yeah, I feel like they've always been the kind of people that are hard to like just be like, okay, cut them off, because they come around in other forms. Do you know?
Can't
what I'm saying?
relate. No.
So you can be friends with them.
And
So you're friends with them.
Just a teeny little point here.
But okay,
People are not good at cutting people off. Just so you know, they're not.
People are not
Yeah, are
good
you,
at
friend,
people
are you
off?
friends with
People-
them, or do you
people-
still
people
talk to them
So-
because you want them as like a fallback?
no. So that's the thing. I'm like, so one, I would say I still talk to them, but that's because they're generally my friend, I guess, and they're in my circle of people. But we're not.
that's
But
fine.
that's the thing. We're not like friends where we would hang out like one-on-one and like do that kind of shit. But we are in the same circle, so like we're friends, you know.
Yeah.
There's a group
Your
outing.
acquaintances.
We're all gonna be there, kind of thing.
You can't make
I can
acquaintances.
also-
Like,
But
yeah,
Yeah,
you know
it's
that.
done. The
Exactly.
history- the history
because
is
they're
there.
in your group of friends. Like, let's say you and your friends all go to the club one night. You're definitely hooking up with your ex because you have that history, or no?
Ooh, spicy.
So,
Good question.
so I was also going to
It's a hot
speak on the
take.
fact that like I have a situation that I can say is like that would never happen, and then there's a situation where it's like there's still that like
Sexual tension.
yeah, there's still that like, and if anything, it's either we gotta cut it off or it's gonna accumulate to something.
Just from reading
again.
Britney, I feel like she's the type of girl to go back to her exes. So I keep my body count low. That's the same.
I have a friend like that. I have.
Like, you going back to your ex, so you're keeping it at a
Still at the
minimum.
same-
I've literally never heard that.
Yeah, I think
Reading you
that.
right
I've heard
now.
that before
I've
either.
never heard that.
But that makes total sense,
Yeah.
right? He already knows what you like.
Yeah.
And you already like been down that
But that's
road.
assuming that they're like the best I've ever had, right? You know what I'm saying? Or like they're that great that I would want to go back to them in that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
What the
so.
fuck?
But
I
like
just
because
need
you even said there's that
something.
situation where like you would go back and like still hook up with them.
Yeah.
If a guy's coming in your life, like if I'm coming in your life, that's gonna make
Yeah,
me
I'm
feel
good.
like
Of
someone
course.
You gotta
else's.
cut that guy
Which
off.
is
I'm
like
not lying
that's
to you.
where I'm like at this position where I'm like, okay, it's definitely I'm at a standstill. Where I'm like, it's they gotta be cut off, or it's going to turn into something again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's
So-
it's no secret. Like even if you're not still friends, if you're like both single and you run into each other at a club, like you're probably gonna hook up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm not like that.
That-
No, but like,
But in the sense,
What if the sex was
if
good?
it's not like a
History,
bad,
like-
if it's not a
Yeah.
bad history and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
sex to be
But
good,
what
but
if the
you're
sex
a
is good?
dick. Like you're an asshole.
Yeah, but you're
in
not thinking
general.
about that because you're not together like that. So, you, like in the
And-
moment,
and I
when
think
you run
it
into
also
them, they're
depends,
just
like if you're still friend, like if how it ended, right?
Yeah.
Depends how
If
it
you're still
ended, yeah.
friends,
That's
I think for the
you know.
most part, I'm a big advocate on like, like
Cut
cut them off. Like you're done. You know.
So just
Yeah,
not
me
talking to
too.
them
I'm not-
anymore. Like
Yeah. I
delete
block
the number.
people.
Not you
block
don't have to
them?
delete
I
their
block,
number.
yeah.
That's what I aspire to be.
a blocker.
You don't have to
I
delete
block
their
and then
number.
unblock and then block.
Me
and
too.
then unblock.
See, I'm
don't
just
talk to
real.
them.
I
I don't
just
want to
don't
be that
block,
guy to
period.
be like cut people off like that, cause like I'm all about closure and having that last discussion, so
Yeah.
we're on good terms. So if I see you in the future, 5 years later, 7 years
Good
later,
energy.
we're cool.
Yeah.
We're
No,
cordial.
don't look my
But
way.
like you're
once
not
we have
talking
no
to them, not
closure,
going back.
and we got tensions iffy. Once you see that person again, I hate that, but it is what it is.
Unfollow.
Yeah.
Too.
Not even unfollow. I don't even want to follow your shit, but like, you know what I mean. I'm not petty. Like
Yeah.
till this day, I
You
can
think
say
that's
without-
petty? I don't
petty.
think that's petty. If
to
I don't want
unfollow
to,
someone,
No.
I don't want to see your shit.
it's true.
Yeah.
We're not even friends. I
You
don't
don't
even
even
like
fuck with each
you.
other. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so one word to describe a red flag in a relationship. Just one word.
What's your name
Insecurity.
again?
Ooh.
My name?
Patrice.
Wow! I'm not a red flag.
Your tone.
Watch. In the future, you guys will meet my man, and he'll tell you that I'm
Yeah,
great
yeah.
and I'm not a red flag.
You know why? Because you wrote the script out for him.
That's okay too.
What's for the joke? What's for the running joke?
She wants what she wants.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Okay, one word.
Yeah, one word. Starting with John.
For that defines a red flag?
Yes.
One word's hard, man.
Or okay, like a sentence, like what not to put up with in a relationship that
I want
defines a
Ryan
red
to
flag.
I won't be last.
Whoa, okay. Describe a red flag. Annoying.
What's
You're so
annoying?
mean.
How do you define annoying? What's annoying to you?
I
A
think
red flag is annoying to
Just
me.
in the middle of the day, he's like,
Yo,
feels
you're
annoying.
Annoying.
Office.
You said one word?
Yeah.
Oh, you get it. I don't
Annoying.
have to describe, no definition.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Annoying.
shoot. Okay, good.
Brittany, go.
I feel like it's hard to put in one word. I would say uncomfortable as one word,
Boom.
but
I'm
Done.
if you feel, I would say, but like if it's uncomfortable to you, then it's probably not right. It's probably a red flag.
Okay.
Patrice?
Red flags, insecurities.
Oh, that was mine. Insecurities. That's the number one for me.
These are all good
That's what
ones.
you're gonna say too?
Yeah, insecurities.
Can I say that as well? Insecurity?
Nah, bro.
No, we can't have 3 people.
Yo,
saying
that's what it is.
insecurities. Pick someone else,
Honestly,
damn
pick a
it.
second word.
What's a
Shalisa.
synonym for insecurities?
Self-conscious.
But that's okay. Everyone's self-conscious
Wait,
about something.
lack of self-love, because if they don't love
Yes.
themselves, if
How
they
the
don't
hell you gonna love
themselves,
somebody else?
and they're just gonna disrespect you, and it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
That's not one word.
Disrespect. That's a
It's
good
okay.
one.
It's a sentence.
Yeah, but you said a word or a sentence.
Lack of confidence?
Okay.
Yeah.
bet. Lack of. Okay. We got that.
Lack of.
Go
Say
ahead,
that
John.
still.
I got you.
No independence.
True. Yeah, that's a good one. Too dependent.
So, look out for those red flags. This is episode 27. We are in the studio with VR Planet. By the way, thank you guys for the production. This is Shalisa Marie Radio. We will see you next week, Thursday at 9 p.m. And we out. Stay tuned.